let you know ahead of time, these won't take all that much of your time, so there's that. It's really, the more I reflect on it, it's about 20 years ago, I got into a pissing match with a group of angry philosophers that lasted for like 10 years. And we were supposed to be arguing about Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance, and I thought I was talking about yin and yang, and they thought, anyway, it went on, and sometimes since my arguments were so lousy, I would just write them in little phrases and turn them into poems, and they were no more effective then, but here we go. So these are reflections on like reality. So this one's kind of about time and probability. Okay, this is called 100%. Where you are right now is the point of 100% probability. However you choose to round that off. Where you were 2 hours ago is entirely a matter of your memory, and where you're going to be in 2 hours depends entirely upon your capacity to use where you've been to get where you're going. I don't remember most of the things that have actually happened to me, and I can't begin to count all the things that didn't. I don't need a calculator to see that the number of things that I can influence is infinitely outnumbered by the things I can't. Ahead and behind you ripple waves of diminishing likelihood, looming uncertainties. The more you can access the past, the further ahead you can calculate your odds of having a nice tomorrow. The bitch is that even having great odds doesn't guarantee to win. This one's about God and chance and how what's different, I guess. Okay, so God, and the word God, is a particular relationship to chance. I don't understand His will, but I trust it. I'm not in control, but He is. For God's sake, something is. It just has to be. Chance, on the other hand, is just shit happening. And it doesn't care. It doesn't care about how it's happening to you. Chance is birth defects and aneurysms. Chance is lightning, volcanoes, solar flares, and asteroids. And no one can look that kind of chance in the eye without blinking. If you look past the hymn, you'll see that chance is what inspires hope. There's always a chance that things will get better. We're designed by chance to respond to chance. We take stock of things, we guesstimate. We are born perceiving chaos. And what you get is, the mysteries that baffle you become as transparent and as nourishing as the air in your lungs. Yeah, this one's mushy like that too, but they're short, right? Yeah, this one's way short. Okay, here we go. Even up like that. A lot. This is called Marvelous. So life is a sequence of illusions. Configurations of specific impulses, shadows of what was, visions of what might be, a continuous flow of co-presence and relation, circumstantial juxtapositions demanding response, input, output, feedback. Feedback, input, output, rules of iteration. Iteration, rules. A matrix of cycles preserved in a network of neurons, biochemical, electrical currents flowing through tissues of impossible complexity tied to nothing but chance collisions of dust and solar wind, marvelous to behold. Okay, I only got one more, and this one, it's got things that you're supposed to see when you read it and stuff, and I'm going to pass over that, but it's really about stuff that nobody really knows about, so I had to define a couple of terms for you. First is a dervish. Does anybody know what a dervish is? It's a Sufi mystic that spins around in circles until he gets so dizzy he smokes hash and falls over. Right, so he's a spinning
whirling dervish.
And the second is a Greek goddess that almost nobody knows about, although there is a modern religion based on faith in her, and her name is Eris, and she's the goddess of discord and chaos. So having said that, this is just a poem about flipping a coin before a football game. Okay, so tossing a coin before the Rose Bowl is a communal prayer to the goddess Eris, a spinning coin, that deterministic, dynamic dervish dancing for the sake of the goddess of strife. Watch and you can see it, the sphere of edges, concentric radii of milling, mirrored glimmers of stadium lights, reflected jerseys, mascots, totems, shimmering skin of photons, the texture of all likelihood rolled into a ball. In spin, head and tail become one, like a mullet. That was her phone. When Eris has had her way with him, the dervish lies spent between the wrist and palm of the field's highest moral authority. A call to Eris has been made, the question answered by the assembled, pledged to her will. Every fan calls to her in a different way. Loki, Lilith, Lady Luck, Anasazi, Buddha, Mother Puck. In this ecumenical moment, all prayers are answered. There's consensual satisfaction. The deed of the dervish is a ritual deed, his spinning for a communal need. To grant a boon, to seal a choice, we must speak with a common voice. So the dervish prays to Eris that she will take her leave, and all the strife and discord hidden up her sleeve. The empire gestures, the whirl of Eris, the stadium of supplicants shouts praises to she who fixes fate. The empire pockets the dervish, a piece of loose change clinking loud. What a ride.